Hi everyone, my name is Bav. I coach mid-level managers that have been in their role for over 2 years and are working towards their next promotion, which is typically a director level position. I created this program, this training channel, and the career growth method based around the experiences that I've had over the past 20 years in leadership that no one really teaches you about. And I've made these training videos short intentionally so you can consume the content, take the action, or do the reflection, and immediately kind of implement it into wherever you are at in your career. You don't have to be a manager working to a director level promotion for this to be meaningful for you. You could be somebody that just wants to get into leadership, because these are all tried, tested, and true actions that I take in my career, have taken, and continue to take as I continue to grow my career. So I welcome you here. Something I learned about my clients that are managers and managers that I've worked with is that it's such a critical role, because a manager role is a role where you're executing on strategy and you are creating outcomes based on that strategy through your team and through your leadership. And managers that want to become directors are yearning to get a seat at the table. They want to influence the decision making that goes on and be a part of the strategies that are coming to play. And managers have a lot of in-role operational experience that is very great context to strategic decision making. But at times what I see is managers get stuck in their roles for more than 2 years is because of two things. They're waiting for their work to get noticed, and I've talked about that in my previous training, 3 myths in your careers that you need to walk away from. And hard work doesn't get you promoted. It keeps you where you're at. So that's one problem managers face, and they're in their roles for longer than they want, but they've been waiting for a promotion silently for quite some time. And the other problem is that they're waiting for the title to become strategic. They know director level roles are more strategic, but they're not being strategic about their careers. So the training today is about how do you become strategic from wherever you're at in your career, manager or not. And even if you're a director, how do you strategically get more career growth? I'm at a VP level, I'm still wanting to grow my career. These actions also apply to me. So how do you get what you want out of your career? So let's level set. What does being strategic mean? Being strategic means we're gonna work for the role that we want, and we're already in the role that we have. So from the role that we have, how do we work from the role that we want? Level set. You need to act like a business owner. Business owners are CEOs. They're proactive, they're marketing, they're building relationships all the time. They're putting their strategy to life to be profitable in their business, to be making an impact. And so that's when you have to look at yourself as an entity that's serving in an organization. Like I'm Bav, I work at OpenSignal right now, I love it. I'm a leader there, but I'm providing a leadership service for the company to be successful and to make an impact where we're focused on. And so I have my own goals and I have my own strategies in play, but I have to treat myself as a business. I'm completely in charge of where I'm at and where I want to go, and I need to get certain results to continue to move up in my career. So you need to get into a business owner mindset to get strategic about being strategic. So treat your career and your career growth and the promotions you want as the level. Like as a business owner, that's the level that you want to be at. So to get into that mindset further from this, just you being a business owner, I don't know what to do, I'm going to walk through 3 essential behaviors that will help you become more strategic as you work for your next promotion. So behavior number 1, collaboration. Executives, CEOs, business owners, they're collaborative. So you, wherever you're working today in the role that you're in, what does collaboration look like? Who do you work with most often? What would they say about working with you? If you're an independent contributor, are there more people that you could be meeting? So who do you work with, and what does that look like for you? What would people say about working with you? What relationships do you think are strained and that you might need to work on more? We don't work in isolation, even in an independent contributor role. So take a look at your work environment, the people that you have to work with, and the people that you might want to collaborate with a bit more. But collaboration is essential because you get more done when you work dynamically with people with different strengths. So where do you fall on the degrees of collaboration to get great outcomes in the role that you have today? Okay, Number two, it's feedback. So how often are you getting feedback? And if you're getting it a lot, what's it about? Is there some quick correct that needs to go on there? And then more importantly, how do you deliver feedback? Especially if you're a leader right now, whether you're a supervisor or a manager or even a director or even a VP, it is so obvious if you're good at delivering feedback, because when you deliver feedback to someone, they give you literally a visceral, physical, readable reaction to the feedback. Even when it's tough feedback and someone is kind of upset by hearing about some correction that needs to take place or something that didn't go right, their commitment to follow through and their reaction to what you said demonstrates how good you are at delivering feedback. There is an immediate reaction for sure, but how they respond to feedback is also a sign of how well you deliver feedback. Are you able to deliver feedback and have an inspired, engaged employee that's corrected something or a more clear understanding of an expectation? So how do you deliver feedback? Really look at it and understand if really understand how good you are at it, or if there's room to grow there. Okay, and so then there's your peer group. What would they say about working with you? Have you ever asked your peers for feedback? If we go back on the collaboration thing, would the people that you work with say that you're super smart and fun to work with and you guys get work done faster? So if you haven't gotten peer feedback, it's great to proactively seek peer feedback, and it's great to proactively seek feedback from people that report to you, because how they feel about your performance is really important for your next move in your career and your promotion. If your peers are rooting for you and can see behaviors of the role that you're working towards in you, that's a clear sign you're on the right track. And also, it's a sign of respect, because should you get the role, they'll be happy to report to you. So if you've never asked your peers directly for feedback, or if they don't know what your aspirations are, I would suggest to look into getting some feedback from peers, because it matters a lot what they think, because they're coming from the same ecosystem, the same title as you, and how they perceive you could give you direction on some approaches you want to take in your work. And then for leaders, I didn't bring up asking your leader for feedback. You should already know where you're at with your performance, right? So with your leaders, what you want to do is proactively seek feedback, and not positive feedback. You don't need to know you're doing a good job. Hey, you're working to get to executive level roles. You shouldn't require positive reinforcement. Your leader doesn't have time for it, and you should have enough confidence in the results that you're producing that you're doing a great job. But where you should be asking your leader feedback from proactively is about things that you know will help you grow, or gaps that you're identifying from the role that you want that you would love them to teach you. And that shows how strategic you're being. It shows your growth level mindset, and it's very strategic. So where can your leader help your growth? Do they even know you want to grow your career? And so being proactive in getting feedback on the things that you need to improve on or bring into your repertoire, or that are unknown to you from your leader, are a great strategic way for you to get prepared and even more confident for the role that you're working for. Last but not least, but most importantly, is networking. I talk about this all the time in my content. I have a whole separate training on it. I will say networking is the most important thing for career growth and promotions that you can do. And it is essential if you want to make more money faster and you want to get promoted faster. A lot of people get held back because they're waiting to get noticed for promotion. And I've already said it, waiting might just keep you in the job you're at today, because you might be just doing great. But if you want to make more money now, you're leaving money on the table, or you're deferring payment until you take this practice seriously. Internal networking with people that you're not familiar with in your organization is essential, but external networking is also essential, both, because they both bring different flavors, they both bring different approaches, different learnings, different cultures, different outcomes, and they teach you to talk about yourself and also to be curious about others in a way that will fuel your growth. I could go on and on about networking, so I'm gonna say I'll post a separate training video on why networking is the most important for career growth, and you can watch that. And I will also say here that if you're networking only once or twice a month, that's not going to get you constant career growth. Networking on a weekly basis is the activity that will be your guaranteed way to grow your career, be confident, and really understand how you're paving the way to your future and not waiting for someone to give you something. So as a recap to baseline, how to be strategic is number one, you need to treat your business as a career, and your goal is to get promoted within the next 1 to 2 years. And you know the title of that role that you're working for. And business owners are naturally strategic. They have good relationships, they communicate, they market themselves, they're aware of their opportunities, and they proactively work through them. And how we're gonna do that as a baseline reflection is collaboration. What are the people that work with us? What would they say about us when we're not in the room? And what do my relationships look like? Like, do I collaborate enough? Could I get more done if I collaborated? So collaboration, let me review how I collaborate with people. Number 2 is feedback. How do I deliver feedback? How do I receive feedback? How do I feel when I receive feedback? We have to be radically responsible for feedback we're receiving. So if you have a begrudging feeling when you're getting feedback, let's quickly solve for that so that you can be proactively seeking feedback for areas of growth that will get you your next opportunity. And last, but definitely not least, is what does my networking practice look like? What do I immediately need to activate, or am I good? And if you're good, thumbs up to you because you're probably on track to promotion. And so what can I do to harness what I'm learning from networking? What more can I do in that space? So these are my tips. And the thing is that you can consume this video and it won't change anything. The change comes from action, and action's hard to take, especially when it's uncomfortable and new. And so what I offer in my program called the Career Growth Method is 2 things. Every month I have a free group coaching. So if you've never attended a free group coaching session, I always have one posted on my LinkedIn page. Join one, see what happens. We'll get to meet each other face to face, and you'll get more tips, but you'll also hear from other people and the questions and concerns they have, which is very helpful sometimes to hear other people's problems outside of your head. And number 2, I have a membership program I'm launching in January. I'm so excited about it. And what it does is you get 3 weeks of back-to-back weekly group coaching sessions, which essentially serves as your accountability partner to make sure that we're growing. And we, meaning I'm also growing, and I want to grow in a collective. And I want to talk about all the things that I've learned that no one teaches you, so we can do it together. You get 3 weeks of group coaching in a month, and you also get access to training and resources that I've created that help you stay on track to fueling your own career growth and putting it in your own hands and being in a CEO mindset about your career growth. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season ahead, and I will see you on the next one.